All right, so today you are going to experiment with different types of skies, and that way you can pick your favorite for your winter landscape. So there's many different skies you can create. I'm just going to show you two. I'm going to show you a way to create a Northern Lights look using marker, another scrap paper, and some water and a paintbrush. And by the way, when you're doing your experiments, just grab a scrap piece of paper because it's just kind of like you're playing around until you find something that you like. I'm also going to show you a sunset created with colored pencils. Okay, so for the Northern Lights, the first thing you're going to need is a scrap sheet of paper. And guys, try to tear it in a wavy line. And if you're like, I can't, mine doesn't tear that way, then you can use scissors and cut it. So there's a wavy line. Because if you look at the Northern Lights, they kind of dance all over the sky, so you don't want to make like straight lines of Northern Lights. So what I'm going to do, these are just my mountains, so the sky is going to be on the top part of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about the colors I see in the Northern Lights. So I see blues, I see purples, I see greens. Sometimes you also see pinks. You can also do rainbow Northern Lights if you want. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my marker and color along the edge. And I need to color right up next to that edge. And I'm making sure I got lots of marker on there, okay? And then I'm going to change colors. Also, this also works with chalk. So you could try it with chalk too. So I hope today that you get to experiment. I could also do this somewhere else so it doesn't leave those marks, but it's okay. Let's do some purple. Okay, the next thing you're gonna need is either your finger to smear water around or a brush. I have a paintbrush, but if you don't, a finger works good too. So I have my water and my paintbrush. There's nothing in it except for water, so you don't need anything special. And all you're doing is you're going to take it and you're gonna brush it away from that scrap paper. Okay, and if you move it around, it really creates a Northern Lights look. And so after a while, you may need to get a new sheet of paper, but this one will work for a while. So I'm going to color in some other sections so I can fill in the other side. Still using my blue and my green and my purple, which are cool colors. Okay. All right, I think I need to color harder. So make sure you can't see the white because then there's going to be more color that can be pushed away by that water. By the way, I don't think my water is that clean. That's okay. All right, so lay it where you want it and just push it away. And I think it really creates this cool Northern Lights look, you know? I think that's pretty neat. Okay, let's talk sunset. So, guys, the sunset kind of fades like the color wheel a lot. So it'll start with yellow where the sun is, and then it'll fade to orange. I also have this yellow-orange I'm going to use. And then it'll fade to red. And then it'll fade to, I'm looking for my purple, guys. I'm going to put pink in there. So pink is a lighter version of red, so you can use it anytime you use red. I think I lost my purple. So, oh, bummer. Okay, so let's just stick with this. Maybe I could use my purple marker. Do you guys think that'll work? I'll see. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to put these aside. And so if you're like, Miss Owen, how'd you know that they fade that way? You can look at the color wheel and you start with yellow and then go into the warm colors. So you go orange, red. You can put pink in there. I really need a violet so it'll flow. And then you can fade it into blues, okay? So that's how I know. And so I'm going to start with yellow, close to the mountains. And guys, when I do a sunset, I color back and forth, so I make like horizontal marks. And it's just gonna kind of peek out around those mountains. There we go. And then I'm gonna have it fade up a little bit. I'm gonna have it fade into that yellow orange. And the key to making a sunset is to have the colors overlap. So if you've ever looked out, you see the colors fading into each other in the sunset. That makes it really pretty. So I'm going to overlap my orange and yellow. And don't you just think the sunsets are like almost even more beautiful in the winter time? I don't know what it is, but they just seem so, so pretty in the winter time. Okay. Let's get some red in there. And then I want to overlap a little pink. My pink looks a little purple, so I'm going to skip using the marker, and I'll use this instead for my purple. And then I think I'll finish with this light blue. Overlap it a bit. All right, so yeah, just play around today, guys, and see which type of skies you like. You might also want a nighttime sky where it's mostly really dark with some stars showing. So experiment today, and then you'll pick your favorite one for your winter landscape. All right, have fun making your skies.